You have a chance. The police department must create uh, more person-to-person contacts with the people, more prolonged natural association, and better communication with minority groups. And the second point I made was that the police department must recognize that there is a cultural difference between groups. And this cultural difference is based upon value systems that create behavioral patterns that are different. And the police department must recognize this, and these values may be different from those of the police department. Therefore, it should not seek to impose its own values upon the people without trying to understand what these values are.
Could you give us examples of exactly what you're mentioning in this second point?
For instance, I mentioned the fact that Negroes have not, for the most part, thought in terms of being bank presidents, and therefore their values will not have in them substances related to being bank presidents. In other words, what is normally characteristic of a society, the achievements which they have been able to get or to make, will determine their set of values. And the police department needs to understand this if it is to understand the behavior of these people, even relative to police brutality. Brutality comes as a result of people's association with the concept of superiority and inferiority. And even this will determine how they interpret certain behavior situations of the police toward the people.
Well, no community can ever rest in its search for quality education. These are two small items, and so far, just the policy decision has been made. There are many other items, very important ones. For instance, the dropout problem, the problem of vocational education, the counselors, the library problem. Well, there are just all kinds of standards of excellence that Dallas must vigorously pursue. And the League for Educational Advancement in Dallas, or LEAD, ought to forever do its dead level best to see that we never settle for that which is not first rate.